Hi, my name is Jay, and you might not know this about me, but there are two things that I love most in this world. The characters I have spent a soul-crushing amount of time on, and Christmas. So today I decided to indulge a little by bringing these two things together and turned my very own characters into custom DIY Christmas ornaments. The first thing I had to do was go outside, unfortunately. I had an idea of what I wanted them to look like, and I needed to pick up a few things from the craft store. One of the main things being these wooden squares, which would be the base for the ornaments. I got home and quickly realized that if I wanted to hang these up, since you know, they're gonna be ornaments, I needed to figure out how to drill a hole into the wood pieces I got so I could put some ribbon through it. The issue? I don't own a drill, so I had to ask my neighbors to borrow theirs, and after figuring out how to get the drill bits on so I could finally get to work after some struggle.
How the actual fuck am I supposed to do this?
We ended up with this small montage of me handling a drill with just pure elegance. They weren't perfect by any means, but I wasn't setting that standard for myself anyway, and I eventually got all of the wood ready to be turned into actual ornaments. But I know my limits, and the next step was actually firing up my drawing tablet to make the designs digitally. I went back and forth with ideas on what I was going to do to make these ornaments, and I eventually decided that if I wanted them to turn out the way I was picturing, that digitally drawing the designs and then printing them out would be the way to go. I could have done the whole sketching and painting thing, but this way I could have a lot more control over what they looked like, and I'm not the best with paint in general, so I just stuck to what felt natural. I measured the size of the wood squares I got and translated that to a canvas size that would be the best for printing. It ended up being 1000 pixels by 1000, if that matters. For these ornaments, I wanted to make 3, one for Shoya, Liakai, and Ima, my main trio of OCs if you're new. While going in, I knew I wanted all the designs to match in some way and feel a little festive, so I'll walk through what I did for each of the designs. Also, just a side note, I had to draw on the canvas diagonally for the design to fit onto the wood right since I drilled the holes in the corner. And it felt so weird to draw on a canvas that was like flipped, but we coped, we always cope. We're starting off with Shoya, and I had a little fun when I sketched him out. Shoya is almost always drawn with some sort of flower whenever I throw him into my sketchbook on occasion, so I traded them out and gave him some leaves that looked a little festive, just some holly and mistletoe branches, I guess. He's a farmer in the comic's actual lore, so I think during the Christmas season he would definitely grow something a little more festive like this. Me forgetting that I can make anything I want canon, that's canon. Shoya does do that. I wanted all the pieces to match, so they're all like head-on shots of my characters. I didn't change much with Shoya until we got to the colors I chose for him. I also tried to give him his dead-eyed expression because I thought the idea of Shoya still being like emotionally inept even as he's gonna be sitting on my very pretty Christmas tree was just really funny. This MF is not jolly whatsoever. Also, just a little commotion for my tree really quick. This is the first year since I've moved out that I've put up a tree of my own. I don't know, I just needed to share, look at it. As far as colors, I had a little fun thinking about how I could change Shoya's normal color palette into something that screamed Christmas a little more. So I changed his hoodie, which is normally like a muted purple, to a maroon color, and eventually added this white stripe to the front to its like sleeves. I don't know, it reminded me of one of those like old Hollister Christmas hoodies. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I am so sorry. I have a very specific memory of these from like when I was 6. Shoya also normally wears this multicolored beanie, and I changed those colors to be more Christmas adjacent as well. The rest was just me rendering and making sure everything looked good. My canvas is a little small, so I tried to give as much detail as I could. It was a little weird. I am happy that I ended up doing all of these digitally just because I am so much better at digital art than like painting on a small square. So a part of me thought it was cheaty, and then the other part of me is like, ooh, gaffs. And I could have a lot more fun with like the colors I could use and the shading that I could do. For all of the ornaments, I wanted them to have matching backgrounds, so I played around a little bit and landed on this like flannel-ish pattern. It was simple and kind of felt like gift wrapping to me, so I went with it. And Shoya's background ended up being blue because I think it suited the rest of his colors the best. I think blue is a Christmas color. Yeah? Guys? And this was Shoya done. I was really happy with how he turned out, but we still have 2 more characters to go. The next design I did was of my character Liakai. If you don't know, I guess I'll plug. I'm working on a webcomic and have a series on the channel where I redesigned all of the characters you see in this video. But this is Liakai, and the idea I sketched out for him was just sort of fun. I have him tangled up with some lights and wires. I just really like drawing stringed lights, so this was honestly just an excuse for me. It's Christmas, guys. Trust is Christmas. It's the only reason I would have done this, okay? I also just thought the idea of Liakai wrapped up in a bunch of lights would be just like a cute idea. I don't think he'd be very graceful when it comes to to decorating, and I don't see my other characters going out of their way to help him. So we get Leokai wrapped in lights for Christmas. Get excited, guys. I was kind of stuck on what video to even make for Christmas, but it's my favorite holiday, so I knew I wanted to do something. I even asked you guys for your thoughts, so thank you all for these suggestions. I lurk on the post section in the community tab on YouTube if you're not already aware. I'm happy I got the chance to actually make this video though, because once again, Christmas is my favorite holiday, which is weird considering that Halloween has this big craze to it. And I made a Halloween video too, but there I even said, not my favorite holiday, I'm gonna be so honest. Halloween makes me think of being cold and sticky at night because of face paint and just kind of wandering around and doing something. And as I got older, it's just like, oh, let's go to a party. Hey, guess who hates parties? But Christmas is like all things merry and good and jolly and fun. So like, why would I not like that? I do hate the snow though. I live in Utah, I hate the snow. Never once will you catch me saying that I love the snow, because I do not. It is kind of a fun experience though, living somewhere that gets like every season. When I was in school, especially like junior high or even high, no, literally all years of school, whenever we would have our first snow, it would be like a thing, and teachers would let you like stop class, go to the window and look at the first snow if it happened while you were in school. And I think it's things like that that I associate with Christmas that just makes me really like it, because it's memories like that. Let me get back to actually talking about the art though, since this is an art video. Because other than the sketch, there were a couple things that I decided to change. I also changed up his normal design for this, just to make it really feel like I was drawing things for Christmas, not just slapping my characters down for ornaments. So I put him in this scarf, which he usually wears anyway, so it worked out, but I also gave him this big sweater, and I even added one of those headbands with reindeer antlers on it because I just really wanted to draw a pair. Also, it just seemed fun to put a pair of deer antlers on my werewolf character who already has animal features. It's like a crossover. Then it came to adding the lights, and to make it easier for myself, I have the wires and the light bulbs on different layers, and to add the lights, I just drew little ovals and separated them out so I could color them easier later on. For the color palettes on all of these, I tried to keep it pretty Christmas, so I let myself choose between red, white, and green, and some blue mixed in as an accent color. I knew that Shoya's sweater was red with a blue background, so I decided to make Leokai's green. And I kind of have how I draw flannel down at this point, and Leokai always ends up in this little flannel scarf or like plaid scarf. I don't know what the word is, guys. I don't know. But I didn't want to get rid of it. It's just a part of his design at this point. I even gave him some red eyeshadow because it felt like this piece was missing some red. As far as the lights, I went back and forth in my head on what color to make them. I thought about just regular yellow, but decided that multicolored Christmas would be a lot more fun. The rest of this is honestly just me rendering. It was so weird to render on such a small canvas, plus it was like flipped weird, like diagonally. So it felt a little off, but I will say I'm actually very happy with how all of the designs came out. Anyways, I finished up most of the drawing, and once again I added that striped background, but I made Leokai's red this time since I didn't use much of it in his design. They all still match because of the stripes, they're just different colors, and I think that was good enough for me. And this is what Leokai's design ended up looking like, which meant we had one more character to go. The last character I decided to make an ornament of is Ima, since I obviously can't separate the trio, not on Christmas. But this wouldn't be a proper video without a little misstep, and this time I forgot to press record while I was doing the line art for her. Which, you know, maybe was for the best. Ima was the first one of these that I drew, and it took a lot of trial and error to find something that I liked that I could sort of follow for the other two. For Ima, I decided to go full Tumblr mode and draw her with like a mug of hot chocolate in her hands. And I thought it would be cute to kind of reference the story, so on the front of the mug there's a Snowfall Point logo, which if you don't know is a town in my webcomics universe. It felt Christmassy enough because of the name, and it gave me a chance to add a little Easter egg, which I love doing. I also had her resting a candy cane on one of her fingers, almost like she used it to stir her hot chocolate, which I just thought was a cute touch, and it told a little bit of a story. I also just wanted to add peppermint in some way, and I thought she'd be the best person to do that with. I also put her in some earmuffs and traded out her usual outfit for just a baggy sweater. Once again, we were going full Tumblr. She even has like a little off the shoulder moment going on just because I had an idea and I just ran with it because I yearned for 2014 Tumblr. As far as colors, I changed something a little major. Ima's hair is usually dyed pink, but for this I wanted to keep my palette kind of small, so I just changed her hair to red, like she dyed it for the holidays. It doesn't look like much of a difference, but it was to me, okay? Like, I genuinely don't even think you can tell, but for some reason I felt like I was committing a cardinal sin by doing this, and I needed to shed some light on it. On top of the hair change, I also gave her some green eyeshadow. I usually don't put Ima in makeup, but like, it's Christmas. We can bend the rules on Christmas. And on that note, I also made it look like her nails were painted red and white to match like the peppermint that she had in her hand. or the candy cane, I guess. It's not a peppermint. She also has a green sweater, so technically matching Leah Kai, which I'm sure they both hate. I finished up the rest of the details. If you're wondering how I got the line art to look so soft and like kind of blurry, there's a little trick that you can do. You basically duplicate your line art layer and lower the opacity to the bottom one, and then just blur that layer. My drawings always feel unfinished without it. I skip past it in the speed paint of the other characters just for time's sake, because I can only say so much about a little drawing, but I just thought I'd say it here. You can also see me coming up with the background and playing around with the stripes. Since Ima's hair ended up being red, I made her background green. So all of them match in some way, just with different colors and different holiday props. I made sure all of them had some sort of a prop. Ima has the mug, Shoya has the holly, and Leah Kai has the lights. The last touch I added was just some steam coming out of the cup to make it look like it was really hot. You can barely see it, but it finishes the piece for me. And with that, all of the designs were done, which meant it was time to move on and actually turn them into physical ornaments that I could hang on my tree. To do this, I just sent an order to my local pharmacy and printed off squares of each of the pictures. They turned out pretty good, all things considered. Sometimes printing things can be a little iffy. I set up the rest of the things I needed for this craft. To make these, I used the wood pieces, some glue, ribbon, and of course the pictures I printed off. Everything I needed to make this project ran me a little over $10, so if you have characters and you want them hanging on your tree, it was actually pretty inexpensive and I recommend trying it. If the way I just spread the glue out with my finger like a freak wasn't a tell, I'm not a crafter, so I'm gonna try my best to walk through my steps, but they're obviously not perfect. I'm not a very hands-on person. I like to sketch. Without a pencil in my hand, I am basically useless. But for the craft itself, I basically just took my glue, I spread it all over the back of the wood pieces, just kind of haphazardly, and then I took the pictures and I kind of lined them up in the center as much as I could, just to make sure they were all like aligned. I was obviously going to have to cut off some of the drawing, but I kind of knew that going into this because they weren't completely one-to-one, so it wasn't a huge deal, just a little bit shorter. I did this for all of them, so you kind of just see me copying the steps that I'm talking about down, and then after that I trimmed all of the edges off as much as I could. The edges on the wood were rounded, so I had to make sure that I was kind of careful around the edges. One thing about me, I don't have the carefulest of hands, so they turned out as good as I was gonna personally get them. You can also tell I'm not a crafter by the way my hand is out of frame half of the time, but they turned out pretty good. We'll talk about those cardboard pieces that are just like sitting in the back that I haven't touched on in a second because they end up being scrapped and I will explain why. But first, while I was cutting, we had a little bit of a visitor, Bramble, who just loved to be in the way all the time, to the point of like bending her face down to like I was gonna cut her whisker. Like she has no survival skills whatsoever. I had to kick her out. The cardboard triangle things in the back, my idea was I was going to put them on the back as sort of like a frame. The issue was they were uneven. I didn't really like it and they looked way bulkier than I personally wanted. So even though I went through all of the steps of like gluing them down, scrapped idea, didn't keep them, ended up just like ripping them off anyway. I wanted them to feel a little bit more finished though, so I took one of these paint markers that I have, just a regular acrylic paint marker, and I used black because I wanted to keep it a Christmas theme, but also I love the color black and it just looked finished and good. And then to finish these off, I took some ribbon that I bought, and because I wasn't going to do the frame, I wanted something else to be kind of added to it, so I wrapped it around the back of the wood panel like twice and then just tied it into a little bow. It made it look a little more finished to me, like there was like a 3D aspect to it since I wasn't gonna have the cardboard in the back anymore. And then the only step after this was to just put the string through the hole that we drilled and it turned into an actual ornament. And that was basically it. A really simple craft for somebody who likes simple things. I just wanted my characters on my tree and this was an easy way for me to do that. This is what they all looked like finished. I was really happy. I ended up taping the back so the ribbon stayed a little more, but yeah. These are what the finished ornaments ended up looking like. I really love how the designs turned out. They're simple and festive and exactly what I went into this hoping for. And now I can hang out my characters every year and keep them as a part of my decor. Thank you so much for watching this video if you did. I hope all of you have a very happy Christmas or Hanukkah or anything you might celebrate. And if you don't celebrate anything, then I hope December is treating you well. Drink some water if you have in this entire video, and I will see you next time. Bye!